All right, welcome to another Artist of the Week. This week we'll be talking about Francisco de Goya. Now, usually when we start our Artist of the Week, we show you pretty much the artist's most famous painting or picture or drawing or sculpture, whatever it is. This is one of his most famous paintings, and it's called Saturn Devouring His Son, and it's from Greek mythology. Saturn was a titan, and according to Greek myth, I believe, he got wind that his children would overtake him. So in order to stop that from happening, he ate his children. And then from what I remember, somebody gave him some sort of potion and he puked them back up. But that's a whole other story. That's the story behind that painting, at least. So that's him devouring his son. Now, this is from later on in Francisco de Goya's life. Earlier on in his life, he was actually a painter for the Spanish royal family. So you'll see these paintings of the royal family, and they're a lot happier and lighter, as you can see, than that last one. This one, see, everybody seems very happy and very nice. But over time, Goya got away from being the painter for the royal family and eventually got really sick and actually went deaf. And he kind of lived by himself, and he created a bunch of paintings in his house, a lot of them that were actually painted onto the walls themselves, and nobody knew about them. So it wasn't as if Goya ever intended to exhibit these drawings and paintings and stuff. Yeah, we're not really sure that he wanted anybody to see these, but here they are. Someone, found them in the house and actually kind of removed them, had them put onto canvases. Some were engravings. Okay. And as you can see, they are much more disturbing and like almost demonic and dark than what you saw before. Now, this is your video, so you'll have access to the slides as usual. So you just need to go through the slides and go ahead and watch this video. This video has a lot more examples of his art, going again from being the painter for the royal family and all these like very happy, light, cheerful paintings to his darker paintings that he created later on in his life after he got sick. Okay, now here are the bullet points that we would normally see in class if we were doing this together. So would you go ahead and take a look at the bullet points? They're pretty well written so that you can understand. He was a Spanish painter painted in the Romanticism style, and Romanticism is basically all about the drama, like overly dramatic, practically. Anything else here? This is basically the same information that I just told you about. And something to again pay attention to is kind of the flip-flop of his life. He was a royal court painter for the royal family and painting those happy paintings, and then later on he got sick and became permanently deaf, and he was just kind of alone by himself painting what he painted, those darker paintings that we showed you. Okay, so as usual, I'm asking for, in a Google Doc, which I'll provide for you, I want a short summary of the bullet points. And then I'm going to ask a question as well to get you thinking. So the question that you'll see on the Google Doc is, knowing the events of Goya's life and how he went from being a Spanish royal painter to painting for them, and being in that atmosphere of all the politicians and everything, and then taking a turn, getting really, really sick and actually going deaf, and then painting the paintings that he did. Why do you think, what was it specifically, do you think, that made Goya go from painting so light and happy to so dark and disturbing? And it could be a multitude of things. It could be a few things. It could be one specific thing that really it could be your prediction of what specifically really made him disturbed to paint in such a dark way. Either way, I'd like to hear your theories, and I would like you to explain yourself really well also. So that's it. That's our Artist of the Week, Francisco de Goya. I hope you liked it. It's very different than what we've looked at before. And good luck on your assignment.